Good morning. This place has been a nice little stay. I'm finishing my breakfast, finishing packing up, and we'll be on the road here shortly. I think today's going to be around 30 kilometers and continuing around the coast. I think we got to move up and around some hills a little bit, just the way the topography of the landscape is. We're not going to be coastal the whole way exactly, but kind of figure our way around. And then where we end up tonight is going to be a little campsite right on the water. So hopefully there's no tsunami warnings or anything, because we're going to be right at sea level. But anyway, we'll get moving here in a minute and hitting up a convenience store on the way out, because I think there's no resupply options through the rest of the day. So yeah, first thing, back on the road, pick up some food, and then we'll be all set. Well, the weather's looking good this morning. After several days of rain, nasty thunderstorms, today's supposed to be pretty nice. I finally found a sign confirming some suspicions. Definitely the bullet train track. I think today's year 7 of the current emperor, so this is 2 years from now they'll be done with this section of the elevated track. Still got a lot of tunneling to do. There's the 7-Eleven for our resupply stop. Okay, all set. We're getting off of Route 5 now. Route 5 cuts inland, it takes a left. We're going to be going straight onto Route 37, staying coastal. My backpack's all nice and heavy with a day and a half worth of food and a bottle of ice water to try to keep everything cold on the inside of my pack, because it's going to be a warm and sunny day. Should be less than 30 degrees, but it's still going to be hot with the sun beating down. I think the only issue I foresee for today might be a lack of water. It's going to feel hotter and sweatier with the sun beating down, and I don't think there's going to be as many little villages to drop through, so the odds of finding a random vending machine will be lower. So that's my only concern for today, is finding places to top up on some water. As the weather's getting clearer, I'm hoping to get views of Mount Yote. It's a very prominent volcanic peak similar to Mount Fuji. It kind of comes up at this huge volcanic cone. And it's maybe at least 100 kilometers away, straight ahead of me there, on the other side of those hills. I don't know if we'll ever get a view of it, because my route doesn't really take me right up to it. I kind of skirt around it, and I'm keeping my eyes out. The traffic caution signage is still saying lightning advisory. It was doing that the last couple of days. I think they just forgot to turn it off, because I don't think we're going to have any lightning to worry about for today. I was thinking and hoping that most people going back and forth to Sapporo would just stick on Route 5. But there's still a moderate amount of traffic on this road, with occasional calm breaks like this. Well, this is beautiful. There was a little side trail that cut out to the water. I gotta take a look. This all back along the coast the way we've been coming. The town of Mori is down that way. This is all Uchiura Bay. And I can see the town of Toya will drop into there tomorrow. And the place that we're going to camp tonight is along the coast, kind of behind that little area. These hills over here jut right up to the water, so you can't walk a coastal road all the way to where we're aiming for tonight. So the road cuts up and goes through some little hill mountain passes and kind of wraps around behind these hills, so we end up tucked around over that way. I was just thinking it'd be awesome to walk the beach up until I gotta take the mountain pass road, but I don't think I can. There's a couple of water canals that come out and cut the beach in half, so I don't think that would be easy to get around, so I might as well just stick to the road. Yeah, this is what I was figuring. If I was walking the beach, this is one of several obstacles I would have had to maneuver around. It's not worth it.
this is a scallop processing center. There's a lot of broken shell everywhere, but there's vending machines out front, so I'm gonna top up some water while I got the chance. We're at the point where we're cutting away from the water. Got to go around these hills, through some mountain passes, around the little town of Shizukari. And into the hills we go. Good view of the bullet train line under construction. It's probably the point where they'll have to dig a tunnel as it disappears into the hills. A little bit of a view of the construction project for the track as it goes off and into the hillside. It looks like they have started a tunnel. Who knows if it's this one's completed on the other side or not. Sign says, "Watch for deer." Another short break in the traffic. Everybody seems to be bunched up. It'll be bumper to bumper for 30 to 40 cars, and then silence for a full minute, and then busy traffic again. This tunnel should be the top of the pass, I think, so it should be downhill on the backside here. It's kind of cool up here. It's like a high plateau with a bunch of different varieties of plants and stuff going on up here. It's really pretty. Still tons of traffic on this road. Still coming in large congested waves. And it's just kind of dangerous now with no sidewalk. Oh, this is perfect. Real nice. My hiker instincts were kicking in. I saw a little side path from the road and was thinking, you know, I bet there's a stream down there. This is sweet. I'm gonna have a break and just take some of this fresh water and top up, and I don't have to worry about water anymore for the rest of the day. Well, that was a great place to just chill next to a stream. Found some shade, but I might as well get back into it now. Get back up to the road. I think we got a couple more tunnels as we're making our way out of these hills. This is kind of a long tunnel. Almost a full 1.5 kilometers. A couple of short tunnels to go through. I feel there's a slight optical illusion going on here because the horizon line to me is angled with the left side down, and I don't feel that I'm at a tilt. I don't know if you guys can optically see what I'm seeing, but according to the horizon, I'm off balance. Coming up on our exit, we're going to take a right onto Route 609, cut through the small coastal village of Rebun. Well, this is Rebun. Made it back to the coast. The entire bay out there is nothing but little marker buoys. All for scallops, I'm sure. Looks like there was just a little bit of a hillside collapse here. Oh, this is cool. This is quite the coastal road. And here we are, the Okishi Seaside Campground. There's like 100 people here at least. Just kind of a sinking feeling when I first showed up. I'm like, oh man, I don't know, they won't have room for me. But yeah, they were able to just squeeze in anywhere, and at least I got a small tent. So I'm just kind of up here in the middle. Well, at least we got into this place. I think I'm all set. Getting settled in otherwise. Hopefully it's not too rowdy tonight. I think we'll be okay though. This little secret out of the way campsite isn't secret apparently. But that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the morning. Good morning from inside a little tunnel, if you can even see me. That was an okay place to stay the night, I think, at this little seaside campground. It is a major 3-day weekend, though. Monday's Yama no Hi, so that's why there's so many people out and about. Maybe that's why the roads have been so busy, too, but the whole time I've been on Hokkaido, the roads have been busy, so I don't know. Anyway, let's see, we're shorter day today, 22 kilometers. Will get us up to a cool little lake area where I've got it's another guest house booked, and we're gonna take a 0 for tomorrow, so that's only 22 kilometers away. And it looks like about half that distance at 11 kilometers, there's a 7-Eleven where I can drop into, get some more supplies, and then just past the 7-Eleven is a Michino Eki, so I can definitely drop in and hang out there for a bit. There's a guy fishing this morning. He may have something. Kind of looks like he's reeling something in. Looking up ahead down the coast here. We're still following the coast, at least for the first half of the day. There's a little town of Toya. That's where the 7-Eleven and the Michino Eki is we're going to drop into. That's the halfway point for the day. And up on the top of the hill, there's some kind of massive hotel complex up there. But the trail is going to take us a little bit around. Some of these rocks are in the way, so we can't go coastal the whole route. So we're going to work our way left around these hills and then swing back into this little coastal town, Toya. I can hear the crashing of the waves just behind the trees here off the right. And it just reminded me that I had this really vivid dream to where, even though I'm staying in a new place practically every night, I knew exactly that I was camped and sleeping. So in my dream I was asleep in my tent on the beach with everyone else, and I could hear the waves crashing. And the waves were so loud. In my dream, the waves had come up on the beach and like swamped through everyone's tents, like 2 feet of water. And I remember like freaking out and getting up and having to just get out of the tent and then run up shore. And then I was thinking, man, I hope this is a dream. I hope this isn't real. And then I woke up from that and I was like, wow, that was crazy. That was really realistic. This little community is Okishi. Looks like coming up is where we're going to be taking a left, work our way around this hill, getting away from the coast for a little bit. Coming up on a road junction, we're going to be taking a right onto Route 37. And that bridge in front of me is where the expressway is at. There's Route 37. Well, we're back to no shoulder and moderate traffic. There's a lot of uphill climbing going on here before we drop all the way back down to the coast. Well, maybe this is the top of the climb. Looks like we're at the top of a hill with a tunnel going down. Lots of little back-to-back tunnels. There's the town of Toya. I can see a campground down there that's totally full up. I'll zoom in on it. "2.1 kilometers to the Michino Eki, Toya. Same name as the town. There's the town, Toya. And I saw another bike packer go past. I think I've seen one just about every day out here. There's the 7-Eleven. We'll load up on our snacks for the day. Well, that 7-Eleven was really busy. Lots of tourist traffic coming and going. Well, here's the Michino Eki for Toya. We'll chill here for a bit. That's a nice little chill space counter. Well, I'll have my snacks. It's a little bit early for lunch, but I'll get some food in. Okay, I'm ready to get back on the road. Hung out at the Michino Eki for quite a while, just chilling, killing time. Can't get to the place I'm aiming for too early. And it's not supposed to rain or anything, but there's some questionable clouds building. I'll keep an eye on those. And the sign up ahead is talking about a tunnel coming up. There's several tunnels. I think one of them might be a really long one, like possibly 2 kilometers or something. I think we're just about at the point where we're leaving the coast, turning inland through the mountains, getting up to Sapporo in the next couple of days. And I think there's 4 tunnels we gotta do. The first couple are short, and then the third one is long, and the fourth one is super long. There's the next tunnel, one of the half tunnels where it's open on the side. We're going to be taking a left here onto Route 230. I guess this is where we divert away from the coast. Little town of Toya Lake, which isn't on the lake, it's on the ocean. But we're going to be on the lake today. There's a little bit better of a view of the town of Lake Toya as we get ready to divert away from the water. Tunnel number 3, this one's a good long one. Let's see. Oh, this one's 1,719 meters. Ooh, that means the next tunnel is the super long one. That one's gonna be, it could be almost 3 kilometers. We'll see what the next tunnel says distance-wise. There's the halfway point. This is an easy tunnel, nice and wide. I'm assuming the next one's gonna be similar to this. Oh, this one hasn't been bad. I do want to take a little bit of a sit-down break, at least before going into the super long one, which is shortly around the corner. Well, this will work for a little sit-down shady spot. Underneath a bridge the expressway goes right over. I have no idea how long the next tunnel is, but it's a long one. We'll find out when we get there. We'll hit it shortly. All ready to tackle the last tunnel of the day. It says it's only 1,970 meters. That's only like 200 longer than the last one. But on the maps, this one looked like it was a full kilometer longer. But oh well, 1970's not too bad. The traffic is backed up and stopped in the tunnel. That's not a good sign. We're only a couple hundred meters in. It seems to be flowing in the direction coming towards me. Wonder if there's something going on up here. The traffic looks backed up the whole length of the tunnel. There's no signs for construction. Could be an accident. I can see the exit, so whatever is causing the congestion is not inside the tunnel, it's outside at least. Well, at the exit of the tunnel, the road comes to a T. You can go left or right. I have to go right to get to my destination. And there were some police officers there blocking traffic for those that wanted to go left. So it looks like everybody was backed up where that signal was at, and anybody wanting to go left is now forced to go right into this area. But I didn't see any accident or anything, so it must have been further down that road. So this is cool, little roadside park I'm going to chill in for a second. There's a lot of info here that I'm going to go over in just a second. But this is Lake Toya. It's a little volcanic caldera lake with an island in the middle. There's like a little tourist ferry boat or something going out across to the island. So this is cool. This is my end destination, and I'm going to be taking a 0 for tomorrow. This little township over here, lots of hotels and stuff. Looks like a popular place to come chill at, and I'm sure it's going to be crowded, being the holiday weekend. All the hotels and stuff were booked up, but I was lucky enough to get a little guest house place, so that's where I'm going to be staying. But the info stuff over here also goes into what Richard was texting me about this area, because we are here in the park, a little bit further up. This is the little township of Toyako Onsen, and in the back of all this is Uzu Mountain, which is Hokkaido's most active volcano at the moment. And this is talking about the last eruption, which happened 25 years ago in 2000. And the pictures over here are talking about some of the ground shifting faults that occurred during that eruption, which are just a little bit further down the way. And Richard was telling me that this volcano erupts about every 25 years, and we are now at the 25-year point. So this little mountain in the background could erupt literally at any time. This little park area I'm walking through is called Mount Usu Eruption Memorial Park. And I don't know the history on why it's called the Memorial Park in relation to the eruption. I wonder if a bunch of people were killed when it went off last. I don't know the details on that one. That's got to be Mount Yote out there. Big, prominent volcanic peak. It looks like Mount Fuji, half in the clouds. This might be the closest we get to it on this trip. We're kind of skirting around it. It's pretty much due north of us right now, currently. This is a very nice little walk. Cute little resort town. Our first stop is going to be a 7-Eleven, and then we'll drop into the guest house. Ponkotan, something like that, I think is the name of the place we're staying. Well, the clouds are clearing around Mount Yote. Better view of it. The lake tour boat to get out to the island is a fairy tale castle. That's kind of cool. We did have a pirate ship on, was it Lake Ashi? I've stopped into a 7-Eleven, got some supplies, and this is where I'm staying, the Ponkotan Guest House. I've got a bunk and a bunk room down here around the corner somewhere. All checked in and good to go. This place is kind of nice. Cute, quaint little place. I'm here in the men's bunk room. I got myself a bunk for 2 nights. I'm definitely taking a 0 for tomorrow. I had no idea what this place was going to be like as far as like the whole town and everything. This is like a really cool touristy little area. I just kind of picked some random place along the route distance-wise and like, okay, sure, let's look for a place here. But this will work. They've got some coin laundry facilities here. I'm going to take a bath here in a second. I'm just going to be working on chores. Today's going to be a big chores day, take care of the usual stuff and catch up on some video editing, see if I can get some stuff uploaded, and that is it. I've got supplies for dinner, so I think I'm just going to be hanging out here and getting work done. That's going to be it. So tomorrow we'll do some stuff. I've got a full 0 day in this little resort town. So thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the morning.